Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Ken Bozak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Ken Bozak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Ken bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Ken Bozak.
And we're live, bro. How goes it? GM. It's the last GM of the day right there. It's 12 o'clock Eastern.
And thank God. I was thinking, actually, I woke up today thinking it was Friday and then got bummed out it's only Thursday, but gives us another day to work, I guess.
I did the same exact thing. I woke up, I was like, oh, cool, it's Friday. Looked at my account, the date next to the time on my phone. I'm like, Thursday? What the fuck? Damn, I did the same shit. Yeah, we got rugged a day. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. This is hashtag Not Another Bitcoin Podcast. Our guest today is Nick from Nice.industries. We're going to get into that. But first, I guess introduce yourself. Let us know a little bit about who you are, how you got into crypto, and what you're doing now in the space.
For sure. Been in the space since about 2020. Ended up getting in a really bad motorcycle accident, breaking my neck, my collarbone, couldn't work anymore. And by the grace of the universe, grace of God, whatever you want to call it, the guy beside me in the hospital bed wouldn't shut the hell up about crypto. I jumped on. I ended up jumping on Reddit into Wall Street Bets at the time, finding a shit coin that was at like literally a $40,000 market cap, had just launched, and threw a few $100s at it. And within 7 days, it was like one of the biggest meme coins out there and hit like a $3 or $4 billion market cap. So got super lucky at the very, very beginning. I was doing like pancake swaps before I even knew what a centralized exchange was. So really jumped into Clubhouse at the time, which was like a great space to learn. Started learning crypto amongst a bunch of really cool people in a community we called Flying High Crypto at the time. We had like 10,000 people in there, like 100 moderators keeping the room going 24/7, teaching crypto, learning crypto, and ended up just kind of becoming a developer in the space, becoming a proponent of the space. I've launched coins with celebrities like Carol Baskin, charity coin with her to raise $250,000 for charities across the world that we distributed.
Nice,
Which led me into trying to digitize her cats so that people could adopt them through NFTs with more accountability, which eventually pivoted into Nice.industries at the end of the day, which is a platform for nudging human behavior using technology and building impact into our everyday technology. Starting first with an event platform called Nice Pass, where we're building charitable donations and giving into an event platform very similar to the ones you use every day, just with a little bit more intention. So kind of a full circle, long kind of entry, but here now, loving it, love the space. Very passionate about building the Web3 and blockchain infrastructure into Web2 products that people don't even know they're using, rather than trying to push crypto and blockchain into apps that don't need it. But that's what I do.
Nice, nice, no pun intended. I was checking out the Nice.industries platform and I saw that it's only allowing nice people to utilize it at the moment. And it's like this cool way to get on the platform. And I was like, that is a nice way to go about it. So I wanted to dive a little bit into the platform. What, like, how does, you said like you don't want people to know that they're using crypto too much, right? So how does Nice.industries utilize the blockchain technology to do what it's doing without using too much of it that it turns people off?
So we obviously started very crypto forward. We were trying to track every transaction on chain, tie them to NFTs, trying to be like really a big proponent of the tech and make it like really forward. But we had to like massage that technology into stuff called portals and rails that people could like actually understand. So it's a lot about terminology. It's a lot about framing so that it's not like as in your face with the crypto, and it's like it's almost off-putting for a lot of people that aren't
Yeah.
technical when they hear these terms that they don't understand. They just kind of like throw up their hands and don't want to even talk about it. But when you make it digestible and you make it something that's familiar to them and that they can understand, it makes a lot more sense. So obviously, focusing on accepting crypto payments is a big thing for us. Distribution of funds on chain, to make sure that the money's going where it can go. Our future products will have like proof of reserves and other things like that in the donation space around the transparency and accountability side of things, because I think that's where blockchain really comes in key. Is it's like obviously a open financial ledger that people can use freely to watch the transactions, to see the reserves of fund, to make sure that there's no shady business going on. So really building that technology into our next products. But right now, it's very simple. Like if you're hosting an event, whether it be a birthday party or a mixer or a tech event, you can use NicePass to host your event, ticket it, very similar like you would with any of the other ticketing platforms that you're used to. But the difference is that the free events recommend a nonprofit to donate, or you can even mandate that they have to make a donation to be able to
Oh,
come to
that's
your event.
cool.
And then it allows you to select from a list of vetted nonprofits that we work with. A lot of them are in the crypto space, some of them are not, but allows you to choose that nonprofit for the funds to go to and support. So it's a great way to accelerate your event, expose your event to a whole other community. Like if you're supporting One Love Art DAO, or the Black History Foundation, for example, on our platform, a lot of the time they'll send out an email to their, 5 or 10,000 people, letting them know that you're hosting an event that is benefiting them. So it's a good way to spread community in a more intentional way. And again, just nudging that kind of human behavior towards better actions or nicer actions. And yeah, the branding's unstoppable though.
Yeah, man, I love that. It's awesome. And I think that it could be gamified for good, you know. It's one of those things. I saw the platform and I was checking out, I was talking to the guys for the podcast in our group chat, and I was like, I really can't think of a bad way like to be bad. Like I like to think of ways to be a bad actor and almost anything that comes across like, I'm like, "Oh, how can I use this to, be like
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
troll?" Because that's usually the things people do, but I'm like, oh shit, you can't really be bad with Nice.industries. I like that. Like my bad guy mindset was like, can't really figure it out. I mean, I guess I could, trick people into donating to a cause and then not do an event. Mwahahaha. It's still like a good thing happened. People are donating to a charity, even though, and then if they show up and I didn't do the event, those people that donated to the charity to go to an event, they're the kind of people who probably would throw an event anyway. Like they would just, it wouldn't be
Yeah.
like a fire festival kind of thing. It would just be like sort of like a Burning Man pop-up thing. Like it would just happen. People showed up and they're like, "Oh, nobody organized anything. All right, Uber Eats. All right, we got pizza on the way."
No, it's definitely is created for that nicer crowd. A lot of our initial events have been around like wellness retreats. We have a lot of people in the Burning Man community testing it out. So we're getting a lot of like sound bath healings and like yoga sessions and birthday parties and stuff
Oh,
like
that's
that,
cool.
which are generating. Like we had a birthday party at South by Southwest that I think only had 15 or 10 or 15 people at it, and it raised over $1,000 in donations for one of our
Wow.
nonprofits. Yeah, and it's just like like
That's
nobody was
huge.
intending that. Like the host didn't have to do any extra lift. It was just such a an effortless way to build it on and build an impact. And we're seeing that adoption with again our nice people, which we're calling our party starters. We've got I think 50 or 60 right now that are out there all across the U.S. and actually outside the U.S. Making these initial events to kind of get embedded in different communities. So making sure that we're representative in the wellness community, but also in the fashion community and also in the tech
Nice.
Web3 community. So we've got Jessica, my co-founder and our CEO, is just one of the most amazing human beings in the world. She's been hitting San Francisco and the Bay Area super, super hard. I've been, kind of Miami, Austin area, hitting that and trying to connect with event producers out there. But yeah, just again, trying to find our tribe, trying to find the people that are throwing these really cool, impactful events that we can benefit from.
Are there any legacy alternatives or some like, Web 2 versions of this? Because I know like the altruism is there, right? Because like I don't have a Facebook account anymore, but when I did, I do remember seeing whenever it was a friend's birthday, Facebook would
Yeah,
like say, "Hey, do you want to donate to a charity in honor of your friend's birthday?" And you could donate like 5, 10, whatever dollars to a charity, and it would do like a
yeah,
Facebook post saying like, "Hey, happy birthday to you, Ken donated this money to a charity." So like, and then you go to like IHOP, and IHOP has those balloons you can write your name on, and they stick it on the
yeah,
wall. As soon as anybody and everybody walk into IHOP, they see my name on the balloon. They know I gave money
yeah.
to a charity. So people want to do this. There are nice people out there that are already doing these things, but are there any like comparative platforms like what you're doing, or are you some like I never heard of anything like this, but it just seems like it makes sense. Like this is like the Facebook version of like a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter or something like that. I never heard of it before, but do you have any competitors, or are you like niche?
I think we're pretty niche. Like obviously there's like features within Eventbrite or Luma to even to set up a donation. It's not set up similar to ours. It doesn't give you like a list of nonprofits to support. It's a little bit different of an experience, and it's not like leading with that intentionality. I think if we're looking at existing products, it would be a cross between something like the Giving Block versus and then Luma, kind of like compared or combined. But again, nothing that I can see in the market right now that's doing that. And again, Nice Industries is building not just Nice Pass, but a multitude of technology to build impact into IRL events, into commerce, and into technology. So stuff like that donation at checkout that you've seen before will be something that we're coming out with. Something like those, the recognition of the balloons and digital recognition, but versions of that are something that we're looking at as well.
Yeah,
Because again,
NFTs or something, right? Like I would love to get an NFT airdrops of like the receipt that says like I gave some money to a charity, and then because like that's sort of like our wallet is like our public wallet. It's like you can look right inside my pocket in my pants and see what's in my wallet, and all those
yeah.
pictures of like what would be my kids and cats and dogs and all that stuff. Yeah, is it's transparent into the virtual wallet that it has all those images in it where people can really kind of get to know who I am, or maybe there's people that want to reward people like that and they could see, oh, you got NFTs for doing nice things. Here's an airdrop for nice people. And I think that gamification it matters. Like and then this technology really incentivizes it for sure.
100%. And you hit the nail right on the head. And it's when we've taken out the Web3 a little bit to make it more digestible for Web2 and then going back to embed the products is like we actually started by trying to digitize, or I started by trying to digitize Carol Baskin's cats so that when people would adopt them, they would be these actual 3D models of the cat that would have all of its
Oh
health
wow.
records, its location data. So we would actually be inadvertently creating this database of endangered animals in captivity on chain. So we could tell if they were being illegally traded. We could tell if they were being killed after they were used for petting sessions for 3 months and then being killed. All of the stuff that we went on to try and prevent, and eventually passed with the Big Cat Rescue Act, with the help of Carol Baskin. That was her big push before she closed down her animal sanctuary. And then they moved all of the cats from there to an animal rescue in Oklahoma that we're working with as well now. So
Okay. The
um,
cats are okay though?
yeah, cats are great. Yeah,
Oh,
she had
good.
I
Good
think
to hear.
52 at the end when she closed. We got to go meet a lot of them. We started digitizing quite a few of them actually, which was super cool. But yeah, what a terrible story. I know everybody watched that show, but her life was like completely ruined by Netflix and the portrayal of her killing her husband who ended up actually still being alive in Costa Rica, and all of this other stuff that she never did, and forced
Yeah, I'm not
her,
sure
20
how she
years.
hasn't had a kind lawyer reach out and go, you know what? I think you got a case here. Like, that
You know
is,
what? Season two, but nobody. This is the thing: is Tiger King came out at the exact time when like the world was shut down. Nobody had anything else to do but watch
yeah, it's
like this
true.
crazy meth head on TV, right? Because it was COVID. Nobody even watched Tiger King 2. There was a whole second season where they talked about her husband being alive and the Department of Homeland Security finding her and Joe going to jail and like painting her in a better light. But
Wow, I
nobody
didn't know that either. I'm one of those people. Didn't know there was a season two.
Which, like, I probably would have been one of those people if I wasn't like, working on a Tiger Queen project at the time as well. So, I stayed pretty close to it. We were working again with the cats and trying to digitize them and because they were bringing in millions of dollars in donations just from the one facility
I
alone. And
know.
these people
I
were
mean, I saw
paying
Joe
like,
getting interested in if he was doing calls with people on spaces from like the phone in jail or something, trying to do
oh
token
yeah.
launches and stuff.
He did. No, they launched Tiger King token at the same time we launched Tiger Queen. It was like a A and B coin. It was like a villain story. It was cool. This was peak 2021. I think we went from like first day 5K market cap to 5 million overnight,
Fuck.
which was good. And I think it traded for like 2 years after that before it transitioned into something else and the community was airdropped and how CTO and shit goes. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. But if it wasn't for Clubhouse and having that platform to teach and learn, and it wasn't for her coming into the Clubhouse room one night saying, hey, all you cool cats and kittens, somebody just gave me a couple ETH. How do I feed the kitties with it? I wouldn't have, started advising for her, wouldn't have had the idea, wouldn't have transitioned into everything we've built today. So as I said, I'm a big believer in the universe and everything steering you in the right direction after something catastrophic like, breaking my neck. Um, and yeah, trusting in that and kind of, seeing where it goes.
Right. I mean, dude, speak of the universe, bro. Like literally the Simpsons theme background that I picked today was one of probably 100 that I have pre-generated and preloaded in a folder. And I was looking through about 30 of them. And I was at this close with Beavis and Butthead. I have a Beavis and Butthead one. I was like, this close.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, we're doing Nice.industries. I don't think Beavis and Butthead's the vibe. So I was like, Simpsons. And then you were showing me all your Simpson tattoos. So I
I
was
don't know if
like,
it'll come
damn.
up on the camera here, but I've got Bart, I got Lisa, I got Homer and Krusty on this side, I got Blinky, I got a sexy Marge up here. So yeah,
Oh,
I'm
all
big.
Marges were sexy, bro.
This one's a little sexier. I don't know.
Oh, risque Marge. Nice. Oh yeah. Well, when we
Yeah.
met at ETH Denver, that's who I was with my co-host who's not here right now. Oh, my screen cuts my arm off. I got to get
Oh
that
no.
fixed. No, I'm new to all this virtual environment stuff, so I have to be like a pantomime and work inside the box. So my co-host who couldn't make it today, he's traveling, but he was doing the tattoos at the rave. He was doing tattoos at Blunt out at the castle. He was doing tattoos outside. He was doing tattoos at the Smoke Lounge Tetra. So everywhere in Denver, he was just doing tattoos. And I think it was at the rave we may have ran into each other. The Vibes party, Vibes check.
Yeah, it was for sure in that warehouse at like fucking
Yeah,
3 a.m. 100%. Did they do the blunt dow at the marijuana mansion again this year? Or
yeah.
was it
It
somewhere
was
else?
awesome.
Oh
No,
man,
it was
I
at the
missed that.
mansion. Or no, it was at the cast. No, it was at a church. Church. Sorry, yes, it was at a church. So it was
Oh yeah, that was that. Okay. Yeah, no, they
they
used to
had the
do it a
big
couple
dome
years.
out back.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I went to that. I think Gitcoin used that for the last couple years. I've been to a million events at that church. Great venue. But the year before, Blunt Dow, I don't know if it was Blunt Dow or I think it was Bluntdow, did a full takeover of. They used to have a thing called the Marijuana Mansion in Denver, and it was like it's like this basically old like 1800s mansion that like every room just either had dab stations, chill zones,
Oh wow.
like it was cool, and it was like where I was having all of my meetings during ETH Denver. It just brought everybody to the house. It was sick.
You know, a
I'm
lot
trying
of
to
people
remember,
were
but
saying
yeah,
they were chilling at that castle all week because every hour on the hour they had like food coming out, they had weed coming all the time. They had that like outside heated igloo, I guess, for like hot boxing. It was crazy.
I love it. I love those kind of like central hubs for events. We're putting one together right now. Are you coming to Consensus?
Yeah, actually, I was just talking to, or they emailed me. Yeah, I'm going to Consensus. I got some tickets. Actually, I hope I did. I think I put the link to buy a ticket in the description of this video. I'm not sure or not, but I
Oh,
was supposed to. I was supposed to.
okay. You, I don't know if you did. But
Probably
we're doing
didn't. I know I have it though. My bad, Consensus. But yeah, I'm supposed to be shilling tickets. So go buy tickets to Consensus.
for sure. And if you're there, we're doing an event called the North House. It's like a South by Southwest style kind of culture hub at the Gates Hotel for all 3 days. So we'll
Oh,
have
cool.
programming morning, noon, and night. Around kind of deep in infrastructure, a lot of exchanges coming out. It should be a good time. So make sure you roll through there as well. I'll send you all the info.
Yeah, please do.
The website for it is thenorth.house, so you can check it out.
The North dot House. All right, cool. I'll have my manager Bobcat get on that. Don't want to miss anything bro related. Consensus is in what, Miami, right?
Miami, the 5th, I think the 5th to the 7th. So it's right after F1. So I'm going to be there probably the 30th. We're doing some activations around F1 at the Good Time Hotel with Nice. We've got probably, I think, 12 events so far on the platform on Nice Pass for Consensus. So going out, meeting our event partners, meeting our charity partners we're there with, and then having a good time. I have no
Nice.
complaints. That's my job. I get to meet amazing organizations to help raise money and really cool event producers that are throwing amazing parties. So, um, yeah.
What's the incentive for event organizers, I would say, like outside of, just being altruistic? Is there like any tax write-offs for like you doing like contributing to charity? Is there any way that they gamify it? Do they give me like 10% off admission if I prove that I donated that 10% to a charity? How do they kind of utilize it for like a benefit to them outside of it just being something that's for good?
So at the top, our platform's cheaper than the competition. So not only are you making a better event, more altruistic, but you're also paying less in ticketing fees. But at a core, we do see a lot of event producers doing just that, giving discounts, giving extra drinks for people that register through Nice
Nice.
Pass. And then really just kind of utilizing right now when you sign up, it doesn't rely on self-reporting of the donation. Like the donation is the ticket. So when you go to Nice Pass and it's like you're like, okay, this is a free event, but we recommend you make a $5 donation or we require you to make a $5 donation, we actually process that payment through their Stripe account. Everything goes to them. So like we're verifying the impact as well. Where a lot of those other ones are like even for ticket sales, like send money to Venmo and self-report that you did it. But no, we have full infrastructure behind that. And that's it. But again, it's more for the event producers that are looking for that intentionality, looking to activate the nonprofit communities, and really looking to support something bigger than just their event.
I wonder how many charities have to deal with things that small businesses deal with that we kind of elevator pitch crypto to when it comes to like chargebacks and transaction fees and maybe even like accounts being frozen for whatever reason. I'm sure they see the light when there's all those traditional issues and they're like, oh, we could be doing this with crypto. Like I'm sure somebody has donated with a credit card and then called their credit card up and said, you know what? Somebody stole my credit card. And they get their money back because maybe they had, donator's remorse or something.
For sure. Yeah, just like anything, there are chargebacks. Like getting into this business, it made me deeply familiar with the payment processing side of things. But yeah, but statistically, the nonprofit sector is a lower level of chargeback, so they get a slightly better rate for processing, even with Stripe. Normal companies pay, I think, 2.99% plus 30 cents a transaction or something like that. And I think it goes down to 2.29 if you're a nonprofit and have it all set up properly. So I'm sure there's more like regulation, stipulation, reporting and stuff that has to go along with being a nonprofit. But yeah, I think it's less on the fraud side, I hope at least.
Yeah, it's true. Well, have you kind of figured a way to, you incorporate DAOs and other, proposal systems into this model where, like Bitcoin Cash has proposals that you could submit and like, something to like where they could have the events be sponsored by, the DAO and the DAO can contribute to the charity and just get brand recognition during the event or something like that. Sort of like how like concerts get like Red Bull to sponsor and they just put Red Bull logos everywhere. Maybe
Yeah.
something like that, but for good, for nice.
Yeah, not something like we have infrastructure set up for right now. We're building out a really cool feature called squads that allow people to bring in their entire community to be able to message and activate on when they are throwing events and kind of build a hub around. So that would be like the closest thing that we would have to a DAO. That would then get into like allowing a group of people to select when they want the party to be, or what they want the food to be, or how they want the event to be procured.
Or if they want a
Looking at stuff
logo
like
on the
that.
banner, right? Like when people walk in. So like
Yeah.
a project, essentially a project or a DAO or community could join my Nice.industries community and they could start suggestion, hey, we'll donate this if you put our logo on the banner or something, or if you mention us on the invite on the tickets or something. So yeah, I guess that's a
Yeah.
way for them to join my community instead of it being like B2B, it'd be more B2P.
Yeah, I love it. I think that's a really, really good idea. Nice, like obviously isn't really into the event production side of things. So like when we're looking at other things like the North House, right? They're looking at engaging with a lot of DAOs that are looking to throw events. We're working with Pizza DAO, we're working with One Love Art DAO. So
Awesome.
really looking to
Vibe
give them
check. Are you
those.
working with Vibe check?
I'm not working with Vibe Check yet. We work with Tony and Diamond at NFT CLT and Another Awesome Day, and I know they've got some connection with them as well. But again, we're just getting North House going, just looking at the sponsors coming in, the programming that we're doing. So interested in talking to them though, if you've got a connection for sure.
Oh, for sure. And you should check out Pix or It Didn't Happen. POIDH.XYZ. So yeah, it's just
Okay.
like the letters for Pix or It Didn't Happen. And I feel like there's some synergy there for like some collaborative efforts between you and that project.
Oh, that'd
Because
be super
what
cool. Again, we're looking to activate as many communities as we can and bring in all the homies, especially from Web3. Like, we gotta support when we can.
Well, a charity could basically put out a bounty for somebody to organize an event or to do things like that are nice or for good. So there's like I could put a bounty up that says like go clean up a dirty playground. Take a before and after
Oh,
picture, and they use like the tokenization. They mint the NF. They mint it as an NFT when I submit my proof that I did clean a park, and then I could
I love that.
verify and be like, yeah. So I think there's like the event planning side to it, kind of that can be gamified to where like a charity could say we want somebody to organize an event so people can donate to us to go to that event. Here you go, and just
Yeah.
put the bounty out, right? So I feel like there's some really cool synergy that could be done there. I don't know, sort of like if GoFundMe and Luma had a baby.
No, I totally get it. We are working on something really similar around obviously gamification of the events. Uh, uh, Specifically around like the marketing, getting more tickets sold, getting people to share. So I love that. But the bounty system sounds like a great idea as well. So I'll definitely pass that on to the team and see what we could integrate once we start bringing in obviously the more Web3 side of things and have a solid user base.
For sure. You mentioned consensus. Are you going to Bitcoin 2026 in Vegas?
I'll be at Bitcoin 2026. I'll be at obviously Consensus. We're doing Swim Week in Miami. We've got the Social Innovation Summit coming up. We've got Blockchain Futures coming up in
Yes, that's
Toronto.
what I was waiting to hear, bro. That's my favorite conference, period, hands down. Love that event.
Mine too. It's like my hometown. I'm Canadian, so it's my hometown conference. I've been going for the last 5 years. Yeah, absolutely love it. Love what Untraceable is doing with
How
that
have we
event. Love what
not
they.
ran into each other then? That's insane. I've been to
It,
every single futurist event, even their American versions when they forked. So like, I love
mine
Tracy,
too.
Mayer, fucking Lauren. All of them are fam, bro. Like, I love that event.
That
It's crazy we haven't ran into each other there.
it's funny in 2023. Not it wasn't Nice. It was called Alignment at the time before we rebranded into Nice. Won the ETH Women Hackathon there, and that was kind of like our first Web3 kind of um, check that we got to bring in and hire on our UI UX designer, who then we rebranded the
Mm.
company as Nice and redid everything from there. So yeah, Nice really got its start at Futurist. I love Futurist. I love Toronto. Been doing events there for probably 5 years now. I went to their event in Florida as well, just in November, and they killed it there as well.
Same,
They did a great
dude.
job.
I had
Did
a
I don't know.
booth. I had a booth.
No way. And it was that was a really small event to not see your booth. I think there's like 25 booths there. So I apologize that we did not cross
Dude,
paths.
it's just the universe. Timing is everything, bro. Oh man,
That's
that's you know what my favorite thing. By the way, I'm an American who wishes he was born in Canada. I've been to Canada so much. People in America ask me if I'm Canadian, and they don't know that I've been to Canada. They'll just hear me talk. I say a nonchalantly all the time. So people are like, "Are you from Canada?" I'm like, "No, I'm from Philly." They're like, "What the
you know
fuck?"
you got the sound for sure. It's are you from like rural Philly?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's why. It's like Canada's a lot of like rural towns, and it sounds a little southern. Sometimes if you get like talking to like a real country Canadian kid. Um, but it's yeah, it's like a little bit of like just outside of the city. If people come from outside of like a major city in like the
Oh, well,
Northeast, they
I was
sound
born and
Canadian.
raised in Kensington, but I always hung out in like, Neshaminy or, near Franklin Mills and stuff like that, where all
Yeah.
the malls were, you know what I mean? That's where I was born in Kensington, but I hung out in like the suburbs, like where all the skate spots were. I was a big skater and shit. I broke
Nice.
my
I say
leg
I'm
skating and I quit. I was like, nope, no more broken bones for me. I'm done.
Oh, it's brutal. I'm actually from the middle of nowhere. So I say I'm from Toronto. I'm like born and raised there, but living outside of Ottawa right now, but in between two little like 10,000 person towns. On the Ottawa River, kind of middle of nowhere, no neighbors, like that kind of
I've
thing.
been
So
to a lot of different, what are they called? Provinces, not states, right?
province.
Province. I've been to a lot. Like, I would
Yeah.
say probably more than half. Because I spent
Oh shit.
years in. I got kicked out of Canada because I didn't know that I was supposed to ask for like a visa to stay over a certain amount of time. Because, like, as an American, I thought only America did that. I thought everybody else was cool, and only America were dicks about like asking people for visas and all that. I thought as an American, I'd be allowed to stay anywhere I wanted for as long as I wanted because everybody else was chill. I got pulled over and the dude was like looked at my passport and he was like giving it back and he was like, "So how long you been here?" And I was like, "I don't know, like 6 months, something like that." And he was like, "What the?" He took my passport back and I have it written in my he wrote in my passport like leave. He wrote the date which was Christmas and he was like, "Go to the airport because if they see this after today, you will be detained." So I had to go right to the airport and go home because I didn't know
Oh
I
my God.
overstayed. But yeah, I've been everywhere, man. My favorite thing in Canada crypto wise was Buns. Buns was the coolest shit ever, bro. It was like this community shitcoin that like random food trucks would accept it and like it was like literally a loyalty points program kind of shitcoin. It was just fucking awesome.
Cool.
But I could go get my hair cut for Buns in Canada. I could go get some fucking poutine or beaver tail. Like it was I could do whatever and it was just a random shitcoin like and then I found out Calgary has the Alberta dollar, which is like a random loyalty points program for like yeah. And I was like, this is
Yeah.
Canada's awesome, bro. And then obviously the cannabis friendliness and the Sundowner in Toronto, best strip club
In
ever, bro.
in Niagara. That's Niagara
Yeah,
Falls,
yeah,
brother.
Niagara Falls Strip Club. It's insane. They got like 7 different stages, 200 different girls. That place was like
It's
it was like a
uh
movie.
It's apparently rated like the number one strip club in the world. It's definitely gone downhill since my younger days. But yeah, I'm actually born and raised in Niagara Falls, so it's the only reason I know that.
Oh yeah, dude,
The camp.
Niagara Falls. I got to see Niagara Falls from both sides. P.S. Canada got the best side. That
Oh
view
yeah,
out, dude. That view kills the view that we get.
yeah, and the view, and then like just the infrastructure. Like you go over to Niagara Falls, New York, it's like somebody just like I
Yeah,
don't know killed their dad or something. Like it's real
it's
fucking
sad.
depressing.
It is
But we've got
sad.
like we got two casinos, we got great hotels, amazing restaurants,
Oh, you got the
good.
rides, the what do you call that ride? The thing that takes you the viewing ride. That thing was crazy too. I got to
Like
see.
the gondola thing.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
gondola. Yeah, that was so great, dude. Yeah, fucking
yeah. No,
huge fan.
they really do it well. And they're dumping another like I think $5 to $10 billion into Niagara to bring it like as like a little bit of a tech hub and an entertainment hub. So they want it to be the Las Vegas of the North. And they've been pretty successful. Like to go to Niagara Falls for a weekend as a Canadian, it's cheaper for me to go to the airport, fly to Las Vegas, and stay at a strip hotel for 3 days than it is for me to go to Niagara Falls for three
Wow.
days. Yeah, it's very pricey. A lot of that
You
had to do with our government really fucking up and putting like a few 100,000 refugees from like wildfires and stuff in the hotels there and like completely fucking up the whole hotel system for a couple years. I think they spent something like $2 or $3 billion in Niagara Falls on hotels just housing like legal or illegal. I'm not getting into that. Refugees of whatever form. But like there was the 2 years there, you couldn't even like get a hotel in Niagara Falls without paying
Well,
$500 or $600.
I'm sure the investors like that, you know. That's how people
For
pad
sure.
other people's pockets, you know, or their own pockets if they're part of who gets to say where the money goes and if they're invested in where that money can go or not.
Yeah, but it did have a really bad effect on the economy and like the surrounding businesses because like the hotels were full, but no tourists were there. So like all the tourist stuff and like the infant like what the people are like supposed to be doing while they're there, people weren't doing because like it wasn't tourists in the hotels. Like they were just full with other people that weren't like
Uh, I took a
injecting
bus
money
a
into the
couple
economy.
times from Philly to Niagara, and it was like probably less than $100, so probably like $50, I think, to take a bus from Philly to Niagara Falls. And I would do it all the time just because like it was the vibe. Like I it was like a couple hours. I would go take some weed. I'd go smoke at Niagara Falls and get back on the bus and go back to Philly, and that was like my day. So that's what I mean when I say I love Canada. Like I would just go for the day to smoke and then go home. Like, and I would just stuff the weed in the bus cushion, like you know where the backrest meets the butt rest.
Yeah.
I would just stuff it in there because you have to get off the bus. They have like dogs go on the bus and then you get to go back on the bus again. And like I just always did it and never had a problem, man. Canada's awesome.
Yeah, Canada's great. I love it. Obviously, I'm in the States because it's more viable for crypto, for business, like that kind
You
of
headed to
stuff.
Puerto Rico for more viability?
No, I don't have the need to go to Puerto Rico. Like, it's not going to help me tax wise. I've actually never been to Puerto Rico. I'd
I was
love
gonna
to
say
go
not
check it
yet, but
out.
as Nice.industries picks up, a lot of those projects actually do go to Puerto Rico. It's the better
Yeah.
for
So
the tax reason, especially for charity projects or anything working with donations.
I know we've had a couple events created there, so I know it works in Puerto Rico. So we're active in Puerto Rico for nice, but yeah, I gotta get down there. But yeah, Canada between May and September, like where I live, is probably the most beautiful place in the world to me. But for the rest of the year, it's like death. So definitely prefer to be somewhere else that's not only nicer but more business conducive as well.
Hey, someone said in the chat said bless up, hex up. You know, mentioning hex and stuff and other coins. I'm curious, what are your criterias for, you know, different currencies that you accept on Nice.industries for people to use to donate? Can I use any crypto? Is it only Bitcoin? What kind of like, you know, tokens can I use, or are like what's the roadmap for the criteria of accepting coins and tokens?
So it's dependent on we have a payment provider that plugs in to do all that. We haven't even turned it on yet. So it is going to be location dependent, depending on what tokens are available in your region, but it's going to be your majors, definitely Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, and a USDC option is like the standard way now. It's going to be very similar to the payment rail that you see on a lot of like the crypto travel sites and that kind of stuff. So once we turn that on, and again, it'll be the majors. There's some really, really cool projects out there. I want to give a shout out. Leap from Twitter. He owns and started donate.gg. Is a really good platform for donating crypto, streaming, all that kind of stuff. So I definitely want to give a shout out to him. I know they accept like different currencies as well, but made it really, really easy to just straight up donate crypto to a cause. So yeah, shout out Leap, shout out donate.gg. Definitely go over there, support them as well. And they're big. Yeah, they've been helping St. Jude for the last couple of years as well.
I
Mark and
know,
St.
dude.
Jude's.
It's so cool seeing St. Jude in crypto. I see them at all the conferences now. Shout out to the St. Jude team. They always say hi when they see me because
Yeah.
I always try to interview them, but they can't really do media stuff. But we always get to talk like behind the scenes, and what they're doing is like I think gonna hold a fire to other projects. Even like the Red Cross is eventually gonna have to be transparent and on chain because of what St. Jude's doing. Like they're setting the example by doing the work.
100%, and is like St. Jude's probably one of the largest nonprofits in the United States. To see somebody so big having a tech forward division like they do with their Web3 team and like their online team with Mark and all them, like they're killing it. The everything from the collaborations they did with Sappy Seals a couple years ago, at Basel, getting like the St. Jude shirts on everybody's seals. I think that was super cool. But again, yeah, just showing up and being present in the community and supporting. Like you'll see Mark and St. Jude at pretty much every one of the NOLCHA events and at every conference around, just making sure that they're here supporting, spreading the word, and doing the stuff for the kids.
They had a booth at one of the conferences for the kids. They had like vending machines and claw machine games and like plushies and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And yeah, it was for like all the people who brought their kids to the conference to have something to do. And I thought that was so nice because there literally was nothing for the kids to do. And then I came across the St. Jude booth and I was like, oh, look at all this fun shit to do. Like that was, so yeah, shout out to them and everything they're doing. Like I said, I got to
was
talk to them
that
about how they're getting in and like they're really like, they're all in on this. Like I think that they're going to completely pivot to a cashless charitable environment just for the transparency. I think they see the value in it that people value as well. And I mean like even you compare it to things like the Red Cross and how people still never got any money help from them for like, Hurricane
yeah.
Katrina. It's like it's upsetting to that point. People opt out of donating, and I think people opt in when they see that transparency. As soon as they see, oh, I can follow the ledger, here, take my money. Just do something good with it, and I'm gonna make sure you do.
I again, I love that, and I love that they're taking that approach. I think the good companies are going to do that, right? But I do think that like a lot of companies and a lot of um, I think there's a lot of opportunity for uh, not good things in charities. I don't know how to say
Yeah,
that
yeah, no,
properly,
but
but
like you said, they're not going to do this, and it'll be exposed. Like it's going to be so
yeah,
obvious that that's like, oh, that's money laundering, or like that's fucking embezzlement, or that's, you know what I mean? Like the
100%.
it'll be so obvious that people that are, it's almost like the mattress factory conspiracy. You know what I mean? Like everybody ask your friend, ask your family member, when was the last time they bought a mattress from the mattress store? And everybody's answer is usually 10 years ago or never. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
like, it's so obvious.
yeah. There's no need for three on the same corner.
Or in the
Was
same
that
plaza. The same
yeah?
plaza.
That's wild. Definitely got to get to the bottom of that. But no, that definitely St. Jude is awesome. I think the event I saw that same activation was that at Consensus a couple of years ago in Austin.
I think so,
I know
yeah.
they had all the claw machines and everything out. I really looking forward to Consensus this year in Miami. Toronto last year was good. It was a good vibe, but like it didn't have. There's a lot of people
It was
that
their
can't
first
come to
time.
Canada.
It was their first time,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, but there's also a lot of people that can't come to Canada. So like I think it's
A
like I had a lot of
lot.
friends that just couldn't cross the border or got turned away at the border. So it like really impacted our I think our like a little bit of a community. So again, love what they're doing. I love Consensus. Super excited about Miami. Yeah, it's going to be a good
I
one.
don't know how I get into Canada. I mean, I know it's because I lie, but like I've been in and out of Canada 101 times, and I've never ever said on that form like I have a record. Like I do, I totally have a felony record. I have like 21 felonies on my record here in America, and I've
You're
never
so lucky.
snitched on myself. I know, but I've been
They have record
secondary
of all of that though.
detained. I know, and I've been secondary detained about 20 times. That's not an exaggeration. That's like a low ball number. 20 times
Yeah,
going into Canada because I've been there so much. It looks like I'm a fucking criminal. I swear to God. I'll be in and
yeah,
out
yeah.
like 6 times in a week. They're like, what? Every day? Because I would go smoke at Niagara Falls and leave. And they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I just come for the Beavertown poutine, bro. Like, fuck out of here.
I like
But they
it.
would always
No,
search me, and I never got in trouble for having a record. They always let me back in.
that's wild. I've had
But if you
like
have
I
a
had a friend.
DUI, you can't.
Done. Yeah, I think that's like the worst one you can have for some reason. Or I think any felonies is bad, but yeah, DUIs, any drug charges, like and it's crazy. Like weed is legal on both sides of the border. Like it's legal in New York, Vermont, like it's legal
Yep.
everywhere, but they like still have such an issue with it at the border, so that's always an issue. But yeah, I'm getting the same thing going. Like I cross like every couple weeks or every week to go over to the States. So it's like usually like 40 or 50 times a year that I'm over. So I'm like now after like 4 years, I'm getting questions. So like, all right, what are you really doing here? Like, why do you have so many friends? Like, what are you actually going to
Is
see?
it
Like, what are you
really for
doing?
work or not? Are you here for work? Are you sure you're not
Like,
working
you're
here? Do
not
you work
working
from your
here.
computer while you're here? Like
Jobs.
those
You doing
entrapment
training while you're
questions.
doing. Yeah, I'm lucky. I've had a family business here in Canada for like 20 years. It's like a roofing and insulation company that my dad and I have had forever. So like that's my main business when they ask, and like that's the only thing I make money from. Like Nice is a startup, all the crypto stuff is like we're just getting, getting going. So like I really am not working in the States, but it just looks super sus that I've got friends all over the place now because of Web3, and they're like, well, you were just in Austin last week and then Denver before that, and then you just bounced out of New York over to Vegas 3 times. Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm like, living my life, pal. Like, sorry you're jealous, but just
Shout out to my Canuck bro, DJ Meat Popsicle in the chat. He said, I live in Canada and don't want to be here. That's
that's
because you're
fucking right,
Inuit,
but
bro. I feel like most of that, they don't want to be there anymore. He said, no,
it's
you
fucking
just said you were carrying weed. That is true. They have a form, a digital form that you fill out when you land in Canada. And there is a question that they ask you about having or not having weed on you while traveling into Canada. And there's no right way to answer that question. I've tried yes, I've tried no. Both times, somebody is coming up to me and they are searching me. So I am it's a trick question. There is no right answer. And they just like, that's just what Canada does to fuck with people when they go. Because it's such a
I'm
trick question.
gonna put dollars to donuts. It's the haircut, not the answer to the question. But
Yo, when I came from Canada into America one time, I was leaving. Where was I? I was in Vancouver. Yeah, I was in Vancouver, and I was flying to Denver, but I had a layover in Texas. So I had like a weed vape pen with me. I
yeah.
flew from Canada to my layover in Texas where weed's not legal, but Denver, where I was going, where weed was legal, some guy profiled me. He was like, he looked at me and he was like, you know, I gotta search you, right? And I was like, yeah, I get it. I totally didn't think that the weed pen was gonna be a problem. So I'm sitting there like laughing, having a good time. He breaks the weed pen with physically broke it open. He swabs it. And within 5 seconds, bro, I had like 6 AKs pointed at me from like every angle. No joke, I started crying. Like literally, I was like weak in the knees. I was crying. I'm like, I can't move. Like, I swear to God, I feel like one of you are gonna fucking shoot me. I cannot move. Like, why are you pointing guns? Like, I couldn't move. Like, they physically touched
Oh
my
my God.
shoulders. They pushed me and helped me sit down in a chair because I could not move, bro. I was like, can
Oh
you
my
just
God.
stop pointing the guns at me and I'll sit down.
No, I got for like the first time in a hot minute, I got secondary searched going down to Texas. Yeah, going down to Austin last week. And I almost missed my flight because of it, because they were like, they pulled me in just to search my bag. But I hadn't been searching forever, but like I use my bag all the time. So I'll have a card in there, I'll have like my battery in there, like not knowing. So I was just like, this is a one time I'm gonna end up with like an empty cart in my like in the bottom of my bag and fucked, but luckily there was nothing in
Yeah, an
there.
empty cart is exactly what I had because if you would have hit that pen, it would have just tasted straight atomizer. It was all burnt coil. It was empty, bro. I was like, and
Like
I
smoking
wasn't even.
cigar.
I was going to Denver. Like I was like a dispensary is 10 minutes away from the airport. Like why
Yeah,
risk it? You know what I mean? So like I didn't even think about it. But
that's
yeah,
wild.
fuck. I miss you, DJ Me
Scary.
Popsicle. When I get to come back to Canada, I'm gonna see you very soon, bro.
But he's
I
not wrong.
guess
Canada sucks right now. It's like March 20, whatever, March 26th. It's snowing outside right now. So, fuck it. I'm ready to leave.
true. I think the weather keeps the population filter, kind of whatever. Like it's like some kind of nature nurture thing. Because like you go anywhere where the weather's too nice, the people aren't. You know what I mean? Like it's just
That's
weird
true.
like that. Like Vegas, Miami, Texas. You go anywhere where like there's like traditionally nice weather year round. Like people are kind of dicks.
I don't know. I like Vegas. I'm in Vegas a ton. I
Yeah,
find
but
that
it
people,
has like
everybody's
the homelessness is because of the weather, right? If there was a
yeah.
serious winter every year for 3 months, that filter would socially filter out that crowd. But because the
You
weather's so
say that.
nice,
You should see the homeless people in Ottawa, and you would disagree. I don't know how they survive these winters here, man. It's minus
your
40.
government,
Like
your government.
it's craziness. Um,
Let me
no,
know when
yeah,
you're coming to the region. We'll meet up. All right, bro. We'll do, man. Yeah, I definitely want to go out there. It'll be sometime before the end of the year because I haven't been there in a while. I went
you gotta
to
come.
the Stampede a few times, and I love the
Oh, shit.
Stampede. I got to smoke and hang out with Redman and Method Man. Shout out to my buddy Sean Hebert, bro. I love you. He got me backstage. I got to hang out with the Trailer Park Boys like for like 8 hours. Like just fuck. I felt like an
Sick.
extra in an entire movie. It was wild.
That would be really trippy if you were like super baked and just like feeling like an extra, like traveling
I
around with
did,
them. That would
bro. It was
that
at
would be
one point I couldn't talk because I felt like I was watching TV in a theater and I didn't want the audience behind me to be like throw popcorn and tell me to shut up. I was so
oh,
high.
shit.
I was just watching Bubbles and Julian argue and I was just like and it was so crazy because they only broke character the 30 minutes before they left. So for like eight
Oh, really?
straight hours, they were in character just improving and then for 30
Yeah.
minutes, you saw Bubbles break character and just be who he really was. And I'm like, I'm tripping balls at this point. I need to go home.
I can't take this. No, we get spoiled in Canada because they're all obviously Canadian. They do like the bar tours all the time. So I think Randy's coming to like my hometown like next week. Fucking get some girls to eat cheeseburgers off his belly or something random or something like that. But
Yeah.
got to see the whole crew. Got to see Leahy a couple times before he passed away.
Rest in peace.
He rest in peace, Jim. But fuck yeah, that's he was fun. He was probably the funnest out of the whole bunch. Ricky's great. But
I love the fact that he didn't drink. He was like a sober person who played the best drunk. I was like, wow,
yeah.
I did not know that. I thought he was
And
method acting.
and that's his daughter in the show too, right? The redhead is Sarah Dunsworth. That's his daughter. So like she's at least kept it going and keeping the show. They still I think got episodes coming out. I think
Yeah,
real cool.
yeah, yeah. They do movies all the time too and stuff. I'm so yeah, it's awesome. I guess we can kind of wrap things up here. We're coming up on the hour. I guess besides the events and stuff like that, kind of maybe run us through your roadmap for the year. What's on the roadmap for Nice.industries for yourself personally. Kind of give us the breakdown before you run and go.
For sure. Definitely with Nice, we're expanding. We're again inviting more event producers that are aligned with our mission onto the platform. So if you would like to be on the platform or host, reach out at connect@nice.industries. Send me an email. I'll make sure you have full access to check everything out. Looking for more nonprofits to support. So if you know a nonprofit that you like or you're working with them, it's super easy for them to get connected through their Stripe account with Nice to get everything set up and start receiving donations from everybody else's events. Excited about our activations that we're going to be doing with our partners at North House, in Miami, in Vegas, in Toronto, and then back at Basel. So very excited about that. Again, I'm excited. It seems like it's going to be a good year. It looks like the market's correcting. I know there's a lot of turmoil in the world, a lot of turmoil in the States, but over the last couple conferences, I've seen a really good group of builders, a good group of investors still out there, and a lot of people still really hopeful despite everything that's going on. So my advice would be, keep your head down, keep grinding, stay in your own lane. Don't listen to what, the mainstream media is trying to force down your throat and scare you about this week. Life is going to be okay. We're all going to be fine. Just, keep doing your shit.
Hell yeah, bro. Love to hear it. Looking forward to seeing you again. I guess I'll see you in Vegas and then again at Consensus and Futurist. I'll be going to as many conferences as I can. So I'll see you, I guess, in Vegas at the end of April for Bitcoin 2026. And if you're watching, you should grab some tickets to Consensus. They emailed me and asked me to start telling people to do that. So this is me doing what they asked me to do. You should buy tickets to Consensus, everybody. I have a referral link, but I don't care if you use it or not. Just go to Consensus so we can hang out and smoke and vibe. All right. Go check out Nice.industries, by the way. It's Nice.industries. That's the domain, .industries. Nice is the name, so Nice.industries. And love you, bros. Have a day.
Thanks, man.
Knock
Appreciate
everything off my desk.
Good thing it's virtual.
Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Ken Bozak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Ken Bozak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Ken bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get your Ken Bozak.